I don't know what happened to the last stream because my electricity kind of went off, so now I'm back. It's fine. Anyways, let's get back to back testing and let's see how things go. Alright, so the first thing I gotta do for the make sure says okay. So the first thing that I gotta do is I'm not gonna do like a top-down analysis. I'm just gonna do a 15-minute analysis and then try to see what's going on, because I don't want to like do a top-down analysis on like every single time for like every single spot in the market, so that way I would have to go through like 15 different time frames just to like take one trade, right? So I'm just gonna do there's no top-down analysis here. It's just purely off of 15-minute, which means whenever I see a sweep and whenever I see a unmitigated fair value gap, I'm gonna assume we're gonna go in that direction. Again, in my normal trades, I do a top-down analysis. I don't just rush into the market because that's basically setting yourself up for failure. But in this scenario, obviously for backtesting, that would be hideous, right? So, so what I'm going to do here is look for a sweep first, manipulation. Okay, so basically a manipulation over here. Okay, sweep. And once I have this by sell-side liquidity draw over here, let's say sell-side liquidity. Okay, it's taken out with this liquidity sweep, and let's just say it's over here. And what I see over here is a low, a low, a high, a low, and a higher high. So basically, if we tap back into this fair value gap over here, but the thing is, okay, ideally, I would want the I would want a candle to close above the interterm low. For example, this is the interterm low. So you see, let me just mark this as a market structure shift interterm low. So you see over here, I want this to properly close above the interterm low. So I would ideally use a fair value gap that's above this interterm low. So because the interterm low is the one, okay, so we see this void over here. So I'm just gonna assume this is one big candle. Just assume this is one big candle because it's a void. So what we would do over here in this scenario is we would use the breakaway gap, because at this point it's not tapping back in, right? So what you want to do is you want to use a breakaway gap, which means I can't go down in time frames. Okay, never mind, I can. So over here you see there is a small fair value gap here. So we're going to entry off this, and you're going to target whatever the next drawn liquidity is. In this scenario, that was a bit of a risky trade now that I think about it, because this fair value gap was huge, and this is not much of an RR. For example, if you just take it from here to here, it's not even like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you would pretty good premium, 100%. If you like draw this, see, you're here almost at 100% on the UOT. So let's not look for like spots like that. So let's just generally let's look for where are we? Okay, let's just look for this. Where did we take this? It's just basically closing right there, then and there. Ideally I wouldn't wanna like involve in a trade which hasn't properly swept liquidity, because I have no idea if it's gonna go lower or higher, right? So that's the whole problem. So let's just say, okay, let's just go back over here to like this point. Okay, so you see over here, this is the sweep, as you guys can see. This is an interterm low. So we need to ideally see candles displacing above this interterm low in order to use a fair value gap. I mean, we don't need to really worry too much about things, because you see over here, this is a pretty good discount zone. Even if we are above the, we're still in discount, see? It's right below equilibrium, but still, we're in discount. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to wait until it closes above this market structure shift interterm low right here. And what I'm going to do here is just wait for a proper confirmation above this. That's when you really take the trade. So that's what I noticed, right? So Nasdaq seems to always trick people right below the interterm low to sort of take the fair value gap, be like high risk reward, but in reality you just get swapped out. That's what happens every single time. So right now this price action is being very annoying. So it seems like it's fluctuating in the same area, doesn't want to really push. Okay, so we're seeing a bit of a push. Okay, oh my god, I hate this liquidity voids. Like, why is it stopping here and then the next one is like spawning somewhere here? Like, it's all the way at 75%. That's so dumb. But anyways, let me just actually zoom in. Am I not zooming in enough? No, it's a liquidity void. See, there's such a big problem between the candles, so I need to make sure I'm good with that. Hold up. Okay, so let me just look for another type of spot before. I'm just gonna look for this. This is basically another market structure shift interterm low, and what I'm gonna look for over here is, okay, so let's just go back in time to like here. Okay, Okay, data point unavailable. Okay, that's fine. But over here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I can't go that far. Okay, so over here, so what I'm expecting price to do right after it closes above, so you can see that this is proof that it's basically shifting structure back, and this is just a market structure shift. Because if it does use this internal term low as like a resistance level, that means we're basically hitting lower from there. So I need to write that down as well. If internal term low or internal term low, okay, is used as a resistance level, that means it's trying to basically it's basically a market structure shift. That means it's a MSS and will therefore continue in the same direction. Simple as that. Okay, so basically if we go back, you can see that we have a sweep over here and we have a fair value gap. Okay, so if we do, you see these fair value gaps have been tapped into and they have been mitigated. So what I'm looking for over here is I could ideally even like entry off this fair value gap's breakaway gap. So for example, this is the fair value gap, but we have the breakaway gap right here. Okay, so we tap into the breakaway gap. As you guys can see, it's been tapped into right here. And okay, this is the 5 minute, not 2k. Hold up, I gotta go back to the 15 minute. I'd never like doing analysis on the 5 minute because 5 minute just gives low RR. So over here, you see that there is a. Okay, let's go back here if we can. Okay, this is because we need as much data as we possibly can get. So what we see here is the market structure shift. You can see this is the market structure shift internal term low, and it closed above. So you see this unmitigated fair value gap. So I'm expecting price to come back to this. See if it does that. Nope, it just goes away. That's great. So let's wait for price. Let's see if it comes back. Is there any hope? Nope, I don't think so. Nope. Because if it goes to these highs, that means we're basically done there. So there's a lot of high resistance liquidity over here. You know, it's consolidating. Ideally, I would get out of this anyway because it's consolidating too much. Anyways, let's go back. Let's go back further. Let's go back to this point. Let's go here. Okay, so you see there is a market structure shift. This is an internal term low. And we sweep the liquidity, and as soon as we close above this, as you guys can see, there's a small fair value gap, and this has not been mitigated. So I'm just going to use this one, and let's see. Nope, we just keep going higher. Okay, interesting. Even if we do retrace lower, it's still not convincing enough. Look, we're ultimately hitting bullish because we're seeing a lot of fair value area. This didn't really indicate fair value area. Okay, now it's indicating fair value area. It's consolidating a bit. Where's price there? And we took it out. There we go. TP. So that was a very long trade. It was a high resistance liquidity run, but it's okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let's just exit out and let's just spawn in at random spots and see if we can prove our theory, right? So for example, I just want to keep it simple because simplicity is key. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do here is let's go back in time to like here. Okay, so you see this liquidity sweep. Okay, this low taken out. This is the sweep. I need to see displacement above the market structure shift. Is it doing that? Nope, 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 not yet, not yet. Hold. All right, so you see this fair value gap. So this huge fair value gap over here. So let's just say this is one fair value gap. Okay, so this gets tapped back into. Okay, and then this is the okay. So let's just say this is these are the lows. So let's just say this is the low, and let's tap back all the way towards this. It's a 1.54. Right, and we tap back and then we go all the way up there. So you see over here, we tap back into it. So we basically just made money, right? So let's just go back. Let's go back towards let's just say where do we go? Let's say over here. We see a bit of a sweep. Okay, so let's just go here. I want to get good with sweeps first, right? I know that's not always going to be the case, but who cares? So you see that there is a, where is it? This is the sweep. So it swept these lows as well. So it swept these lows and it seems like it swept these lows. So now we see a bit of displacement above that. So you see this fair value gap. So if it's failing to close below, if it's failing to come back to your fair value gap, what I would do is I would entry off the breakaway gap. So on a lower time frame, like let's say in this case 5 minute, I'll go down to 5 minute, and right here, as soon as it displaces above this, you see over here in this fair value gap, I would entry and then go towards whatever my draw is. So let's just say I go back to 15, and hypothetically, let's say I place my thing over here, and then let's take this from here all the way to this, which is a 1.62. Let's see if it hits. Will it hit or not? Bro, come on. Why is my shit lagging? Okay. See proper, this is a fair value area right here. And we hit it. Let's go. And we go further. That's alright. We're not gonna be too greedy here. So right here, you see? It's almost a 1.7. So honestly, there's no other draw. You could take it. Okay, so let's just see if Casper SMC's theory is right. So you see this is the TP, okay? So if it doesn't displace to the candle below, that means you can hold it longer till the next draw liquidity, which is 1.84. Okay, so it's basically pretty easy. But the reality is, like, when you're in like an actual trade, that's when you're gonna like realize how hard it really gets, right? But it's okay. So it's alright, So we see this sweep, okay? Market structure shift, intra-term low. And once we displace higher, that's where I'm expecting price. So you see over here, we displace higher from this. And we seem to... What's price gonna do? Because we're in an extremely big liquidity run over here. So we're failing to displace above. It's sort of rejecting these highs. Okay, and we displace lower. Okay. Stop it. Okay. So right here, this seems like, okay, so this seems like yeah, we swept liquidity, of course. So it's basically, it took out these highs and then failed to displace above this, which is basically saying that it's not trying to go above, right? It's not trying to look for these, it's just trying to sort of go below, right? Of course, this range in general is sort of like very much like it's basically like resistance. See all these breaker structures, but unless we have a fair value area, it's safe to say that we don't really have the momentum that it needs. Because over here, for example, you see this fair value area was formed, and it wasn't really confirmed, but the fair value area was formed. See over here, so we have this fair value area sort of confirmed over here, but from here, right, it didn't really form. So yeah, so a fair value area, like I said, 1, 2, 3 FVA, and then we have a swing high, first line of defense, fair value gap, and basically as long as we have a FLOD or load, last line of defense, double LOD, that's like the second scenario, that's the second probability. We're pretty much not gonna really take a trade further. So for example, even here we had extra confluences like this market structure shift, so I'm not trying to take this higher than it has to be. Anyways, so we see this liquidity being swept. As you can see, this liquidity was in fact swept, so we're still waiting for the sweep. We need to see displacement above. I'm not trying to take this, so it seems like it's using resistance over here. Like I said, this point right here, this. Okay, so it's basically using this as resistance, but I'm not trying to take no trade. You know why? Because I have no idea where this is headed, right? So unless it does at least some sort of pullback, I'm not trying to, you know, take it. So you see now it's showing a pullback, and you can in fact take this low-key, because now we know we're at an extreme discount zone. So you can technically take, this is an unmitigated fair value gap right here. So if it taps into this, perfect. Or even if it doesn't tap into this, you can use, well, like I said, you can use the breakaway gap right here. So you can use this as your entry. You're just basically a little bit higher than the usual, but that's okay, because you're at extreme discount, so you have a potential to make a really good amount of money here. Not really good, but I mean, if we take this all the way up here, which is very unlikely because it's going to be a very high resistance liquidity run, so it's probably going to take about like a few days to hit that. See, this is a high resistance liquidity run. Because at this point it's like already like 6 hours into the trade, and it's still fluctuating at like a what, 1 to 1 to not even like 1 to 7. You know what I mean? So it's not really worth it at that point. So I would probably like, unless it hits in like an hour, I'd probably just close the trade. Because it's pointless waiting for like that long. Okay, let's just test something else for now. Let's go for gold. Okay, so let's just say remove all my drawings. And let's go back in time to like here. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So we have a sweep. Okay, so I need to see this liquidity being swept properly. So of course we have a bit of a leg and we see a bit of displacement actually now. Now at that point it has swept liquidity, if you think about it. Yeah, it has swept liquidity, see? But here's the problem, right? It's not convincing because this has been mitigated into. So if you like, let's say you see this fair value gap, like over here, that's fine because this is the fair value gap that you're going to be entering off. Because it's if it's here, right? Let's say we were like right here, okay. So at this point you see that this is being like wicked into, but this fair value gap is still clean because it's unmitigated at this point. So I'm just gonna wait until it hits. There we go. So I get triggered in. So now boom, you take this from here until the next. I'm gonna do like a 1 to 2. Honestly, I don't want to like risk too much. Like 1 to 2, that would be like right around here. So let's see if it plays out. And boom, almost. Come on. Don't tell me it's gonna like sort of. Okay, there we go. So we got hit. There we go. And it swept liquidity, and now it's going lower. So see, right after the 1 to 2, it sort of closed. You get me? Like it closed right after the 1 to 2. So that's why I gotta sort of stick to 1 to 2 as much, unless it's extreme. Yo, what's up? I have seen your name in my stream before. Extreme discount zone. So unless we're in an extreme discount zone, because for example, like right here, we hit 1 to 2, right? Right after the 1 to 2, what do we see? A liquidity sweep and the reversal. Boom. That's actually like this you get better at this with like more backtesting experience, low key. So overall, it seems like we can try to take these highs towards the low. So we technically have these lows manipulated over here. So this is the, so unless if it in this scenario, obviously we don't have any market structure shift inter-term high. So if it displaces above this market structure shift inter-term high, like let's say we see this type of momentum, right? Let's say this type of momentum, that's when I'm going to think, oh, this is the fair value area right here. And then I'm going to use this as confluences to head higher, right? So that's what I'm going to do. So you see over here, we're going to have this market structure shift. I mean, like the liquidity sweep. And we see this, where is it? This inverse fair value gap. So if we, unless we tap back into this, I'm not trying to take this trade. Please, what's up? This is the breakaway gap. And we aim for, this fair value gap is not convincing. There's a lot of this is a low resistance liquidity run, but we took out these lows, so technically we tapped back into this, but we didn't really have confirmation. So even if we did take it from here to here, it's not much of a trade, honestly. Unless we do plan on taking this from like here to here, which is very unlikely. 1.29. It's not a trade that I mean, it hit TP, but it didn't really like. It wasn't really worth trade taking. It's a 1.29. See, 1.29. So it's not worth. Anyways, let's go back here. So now we swept liquidity once again, right? Swept liquidity once again. We have a manipulation, but this is not convincing displacement. So I'm expecting price to go lower. So I'm seeing this fair value gap. So if it does tap back into this, I would potentially go for a high. So let's just say, let's take it from this towards maybe even this high, 4.65. We got stopped out, stop loss. You got exactly. So this was a very, very unlikely trade. So even though it displaced slightly higher, you know, like showing this, right? Even though it displaced slightly higher, that doesn't always work. See, but in this scenario, you only like, you're basically saying, I want to make almost 5 times my money for like $50. but basically he got stopped out. Pretty. It's not always going to be like 100% accurate. No one's a 100% trader. I don't think anyone in this world is 100% accurate with their trades. But right here, we have this sweep right here. We have a displacement above. I'm not trying to take this. This would be a very risky fair value gap to entry off, because at this point, if it's below, in my opinion, if it's below, that means it's just sort of basically trying to fuck you up type of thing. Right. So let's see if it plays out. So it sweeps liquidity after this and just goes. This just continues without you. That's crazy. Okay, and yeah, there we go. It almost taps your stop loss. Almost taps your stop loss. That's okay. It's okay. That's okay. Let's see what it does next. So price is tagged into this, and price is now trying to go higher. Look, boom, TP right there. TP and it goes higher. So yeah, TP, easy. So let's look for more opportunities. Okay, so we have this high taken out, and we see this. Let's see if this is a sweep. See what price action says. Looks like it's a sweep. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Just a bit of displacement. Nope, not yet. Okay, now it's a sweep. So now we have this fair value gap. So if it taps back into this fair value gap, let's see if it taps back into this fair value gap, or should we entry off this breakaway gap? Or even if we do have a second try at a breakaway gap. Ideally, I would look for a fair value gap. Nope, it just continues without you. It's like, fuck you, you know? So probably short. Yeah, so at this point you have a this is your equal low. You have a 0.83. It's not really worth it. Looked like a huge trade though. It was like looked like it was like eternity, but it's not really. Okay, so let's wait for some sort of displacement above this, because it's right now it's just manipulating, honestly. It's like, yep, sweeping liquidity. Let's wait for it. 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 Come on, go higher, go higher, go higher, go higher, go higher. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so we see this huge fair value gap. Taps back in. Taps back into the fair value gap. Seems like it's mitigating it. Now let's see if we can do such a huge ratio. I'm pretty sure this is a huge ratio. Yep, it's a 2.89 to these equal lows. It's like a 3.28. Even if we take these equal lows, maybe slightly lower. Yeah, that's enough. 1 to 3. Let's see. Let's see if it plays out. Let's see if it plays out. So we get tagged in. Almost swapped out. Oops. That was bad. That was a bad trade. That was a horrible trade. Tapped you out. See? Right here. So this, it does work. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I think targeting the closest draw is probably your safest bet. Instead of going for like, sure you can go for 1 to 2s and stuff, but only go for those if like targeting closest draw might be the safest bet. But of course playing it safe, playing it too safe is just gonna basically be unprofitability in the long run. So yeah, so it doesn't really displace that high though. So we sweep that liquidity, we come back to this, almost tapped into it, right? Almost tapped into it, and then we do a reversal. Almost tapped into it, and then we do a reversal. Let's say we entered somewhere like over here, towards like this, and then somewhere like over here. That's a 1 to 5 ratio. And then you might back out because you see this being taken out. So you see this was sweeping this. It's supposed to sweep, but I mean in general it sort of just took out the trade. Basically swapped out anyone who was here at this point. So if your stop loss was here, you almost, this is what I'm talking about, almost got stopped out. And boom, TP all the way. What? 1-to-5 ratio. So never panic, even if it goes down to your stop loss. Panic. There we go. Alright, so let's look for next victim. That sounds kind of weird now that I think about it. Okay, so let's go for Euro USD. Okay, so now we're gonna look for trading opportunities, sir. Alright, so let's go back in time to this point. So it seems like we swept liquidity right here. So we swept this liquidity. And we swept this liquidity, and now we're looking for a fair value gap inside after the market structure shift. So let's look for market structure shift fair value gap. Nope, doesn't want to give me that. That's all right. But we do low-key tap into this. Yeah, we tap into this. So let's see if we can, in fact, go for a good... Honestly, yeah, I'll probably put my stop loss like right here. I put this up here. It's like a 1-to-3 almost. See how it plays out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna like come down and then go higher. There we go. Went too low. Come on. Come on. Go higher. I know you want to. No? Okay. There we go. Parallel to these equal highs. You take this out. Boom. TP. It's like a 1-to-3. Easy. Pretty simple. Easy money. Easy money, man. Easy man. That shit's too easy, man. Fuck is happening? I don't know what just happened. The fuck? It's kind of weird. But again, this is just purely off of the 15-minute. Once again, we have a pretty good win rate with 15-minute, right? I mean, I wouldn't say pretty good win rate because like that's such a bold claim to make, honestly. Like, we haven't really tested this too much, you know what I mean? So it's not pretty good win rate. That's BS. All right, so right here, I'm just gonna go to maybe this point. Yeah, let's go to like. All right, whatever. Can we go? Okay, we cannot. All right, so let's look for these equal highs. I mean equal lows. So we have this whole displacement area, consolidating area, and then we see this is extremely high resistance liquidity. Extremely high resistance liquidity. Okay, so let's go for this sweep. As you can see, it's consolidating right below the sweep all this time, and then now we use this to sort of mark the fair value area, if you know what I mean. So we mark that fair value area, and we have this market structure shift in short-term low. So now we're displacing higher, right? So what we expect price to do here is it would use this fair value gap, taps back into it, see? Taps back into it, and now we're gonna expect price to give me a 1-to-2. Come on, come on, give me a 1-to-2. Give me a 1-to-2. It's already worth it. 1.7, 1-to-7, 1-to-1.7. Yep. Pretty sure it's gonna hit though. It's not really worth trade. I'm not gonna take it unless it's like at least 1-to-2. It's like no point taking like some dog shit trade. Boom. Okay, so we do hit TP. Okay, it's alright. We hit TP. See, so this is taken out. Boom. It's gonna sweep liquidity. Let's see if it goes lower towards this. Okay, so I need to see, this is obviously a market structure shift in short-term high, but in reality it might be sweeping liquidity. Let's see. It's still sweeping. Okay, okay. It's running on liquidity. Oh, okay. So it went for this, went for these highs. Honestly, at that point, you could have probably done like a 3x. I'm going to use Casper's theory. I really want to pay attention to Casper's theory because my brain is like programmed in a way that like whenever it hits the drawn buy side liquidity draw or whatever the closest draw is, or my 1-to-2 in other words, like I'd be like, hey, I'm just gonna get out of here, right? I'm not gonna really like think too much about like whether it's gonna hit the next draw. But I need to stick to Casper's theory, the candle below. So one candle before, this was by Casper SMC, by the way, one of his like 3 latest videos basically. I think it's like the 2nd latest video for now, as of right now. So in that video, he explained at one point about how to explain this, how the candle before the close of or the draw, like if it pulls back to that candle and then goes higher from there, that just means that it's basically seeking towards the next draw on liquidity. Let's say this is the draw on liquidity right here. This is the draw on liquidity. One candle below, it sort of pulls back to this candle, uses that candle as a support level. If it doesn't, then you just get the fuck out, right? But you still have made money to the point like you don't really lose too much money. So if it goes below that first candle before the candle before the candle that closes towards the draw, if it goes below that, that's when you close. If it doesn't, if it uses it as a level of support, then you take it towards the next draw on liquidity. That's backtested and apparently proven. So that's what I'm trying to prove for myself here. So over here, what I'm gonna do here is basically seek. So as you can see, these liquidity was taken out. Take out the trash, yes sir. I'm sorry, but over here you can see that there is a fair value gap. Do we see a fair value gap? This was tapped into. Okay, even if let's just honestly, let's say we tapped into this fair value gap. Yeah, we have a swing. Where's the swing low? Okay, so let's say in this specific trend, let's aim for like this swing low to this swing low, because that's like the nearest sell-side liquidity draw. So let's say over here we are at discount still. So we tap back into this fair value gap. Oops. All right, we tap back into this fair value gap, and we seem to go lower. So where are we going lower to? Let's see. Are we really gonna hit it? Are we really gonna hit it? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh hell no. Are you kidding me? But your TP would be up here though. That's the only bummer. Like, say you're shorting from here. Your TP is up here. Your stop loss is down here. It's a 1 to 1.7, bro. Like, why am I holding this trade for so long? Like, to get a 1 to 1.7. This 1.7's gotta go out of here, bro. See, you're holding such a long trade. Honestly, you wouldn't really close at a loss. Because you're gonna get too tired to the point you're just gonna like close somewhere like around here. Honestly, like somewhere around here, you're just gonna close it because it's taking way too long. So before the reversal, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm out of the trade anyway. So, because that's what happens when you're like doing all these swings. Because you're holding it throughout like few days at that point. And I don't want to hold trades for that long. Hell no. Oh hell no. So, seems like we swept liquidity right here. We swept liquidity, and we seem to have tapped back into this. So we use this fair value gap as a retracement towards whatever the high draw is, but it doesn't really go that high. Sort of goes to the nearest draw on liquidity, this one, these swing highs, and then it just sort of retraces. I mean, in that case, this is higher than that, so it sort of pulled back and then it retraced. So it's like sort of, it's an ass trade, honestly. I wouldn't really entry. I wouldn't really entry on this. For such a low risk to reward, no, I wouldn't. It's not worth it. You gotta realize, like, if it's not worth it in the first place, you shouldn't be going for the trade anyway. Like, I get that money is money, but still, like, you gotta be, because in the longer run, let's say you're going for like 0.5 risk to reward trades, like, what's the point, right? You're just gonna lose in the longer run. So, because you're probably risking more money than you're making from that trade, so you might as well just save the money. Anyways, that's just me. So over here, you see that this is a liquidity sweep over here. We're consolidating right below it. So in this scenario, if you entered off the 15-minute fair value gap, I think you would have got stopped out. See, yeah, because these are the lows at this point. This is the order block, the lows, and then you sort of tap back into it and sort of take it out. Yep. And the thing is, this one seems to be respecting this fair value gap is mitigated at this point. I'm not trying to take that. But what I do want to take though, we looked at this, so let's go back in time to like, let's go back to the old times, like the old times. This is what, 24th March, 6th March, my bad. So we don't have a sweep here. Let's look for a sweep. Okay, we have a bit of a sweep here. Let's go here. All right, so we see a sweep over here. Market structure shift, inter-term low over here. So we have a sweep, and right after this, we have this fair value gap is mitigated, of course. So honestly, you could take it off this fair value gap as well. But ideally, honestly, yeah, let's just say you take it off this fair value gap, okay? So let's say this fair value gap right here that's formed. You take it off this, even if you do, it doesn't really matter. So you take it off from this, from the swing low to the swing high. Let's see if it plays out. 2.87. Let's see if it plays out. Let's see if it plays out. Come on. Okay, alright. Seems to be bullish, but okay. That's interesting. So we got stopped out. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what price does afterwards. So I gotta look for like why specific scenarios. Because the thing is, when smart money, right? Smart money definitely knows what we're doing here. I mean, honestly, if you went for 1 or 2, you would have gotten out easy, right? As in, like, you made your profits and then you gotten out. But when you go for this extra ratio, that's when it doesn't pull. So you want to just like sort of cut it as soon as you get that 1 to 2, at least at the start. That's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing a lot of 1 or 2s working on better than like the 1 or you know, anything that's higher than 1 or 2. Because if we're like 2.4, 2.7, that's when you're just gonna get like fucked up in the market. Anyways, right here, we didn't sweep liquidity whatsoever, but it seems like a very liquidity zone right here. So I'm just gonna say there's a lot of rest in liquidity here for sure. Because it seems to be pulling towards this like a magnetic zone basically. So you see we have a what do we have here? We have a sweep right here. All right, we have a sweep, and then we have this. It doesn't come down towards this fair value gap, so obviously we don't see that. But honestly, we could. No. This is higher than this, isn't it? Yeah, 100%. So this is the swing low, swing high. Yeah, we're in premium. That's premium. Nope. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, buddy. This look like it's gonna displace higher, but in reality, it's just bogus. But honestly, even in this scenario, right? Let's say you could have. Can you make a 1 or 2? That's the question. No, you can't. Yeah, this went. It displays exactly in the opposite direction. It's like one fuck you candle. It's just one whole fuck you candle. Look at how quick this is placed. That's gotta be like the biggest fuck you candle in the world. Like this shit is out of like the movies, bro. The fuck you candle. Anyways, let's look at this liquidity sweep, for example. Like, let's see this one. Didn't really sweep liquidity. Sort of rested in the same area. It didn't. Okay, so let's look for this. Let's go back to like this point. Let's look for this sweep. Okay, so this we see this fair value gap being tapped back into. So obviously, right, unless I'm stupid, I wouldn't entry because we're in fucking premium. It's so premium, right? I wouldn't be entering off this. No, hell no. But what I would be expecting is price to what I would be waiting for is this. All right, I would be waiting. I won't have a stop the buy limit, right? So limit order saying, hey, if it comes to this, execute my order. It's immediately going to go in this direction. No, I would wait for it. A reaction in this zone right here. So you see that this was mitigated at this point, right? So obviously we're heading towards the what next draw. It's gonna see. Okay, so it sweeps liquidity. Okay, but here's the thing, right? This is unmitigated, which means, look. Let it come down. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding me? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, so we tapped into the fair value gap. No, almost. Yeah, so we almost tapped into the fair value gap. But we didn't really tap into that area. Honestly, off this wick. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Yeah, honestly, if it displaces above this wick, I would have taken it, I think. Not really confident in the trade because it didn't really like... Because it aligns perfectly with this wick. So I would take it. Bro, that's like a 24. 124. That is crazy. That's actually an insane ratio. Let's say 1 to 20. That is fucking wild. If it hits TP, I swear to God, I'm jumping off a cliff. That would be insane. Yep. Nope. See? Did we get stopped out? Yeah, we got stopped out. See, 1 to 20. Hell no. See, these like insane ratios don't go for anything that's above like a 1 to 5 at most. 1 to 5 at most. I'm not taking... Max RR is always 1 to 5, okay? If you put 50 bucks, you bet what? $250, okay? Just, you're happy with that. Get the fuck out of the market. Don't hold it until a 1 to 20. That's like 20 times your money. That is crazy. And honestly, even if you held it until like this point, right? You still make like 1 to 13. That's crazy. Insane ratio. It's gotta be out of like the Fortnite Battle Pass, I swear to God. So we seem to have swept liquidity in this range. So we... this is like equal lows at this point. Alright, so let's just go here. And we seem to have a fair value gap over here. Okay, so this is the wick. We wick back into this breakaway gap. You see over here, breakaway gap. So we tap back into this, right? And then we sort of retrace. See if it uses this. Okay, so now we're triggered in. And see if it hits this. Boom, TP. Jesus Christ, it TP'd and then it goes much, much higher. So this is the candle right before. So if it doesn't use this as a support level, I mean, if it doesn't even pull back to this area, boom, TP towards what? So if you took that trade, right? If you took that trade, of course, I'm just yapping over here because I really do need to develop the psychology by actually taking trades without just backtesting. 1 to 3. Okay, you got it. So, right here we seem, yeah, we're sweeping liquidity. It's like a ROL at this point. Oh my God. ROL right here. Okay, ROL. We're sweeping liquidity. And we go on a run. That's crazy. But these are the equal highs, so it should pull back to this level at some point. So we're overall bullish. See, like we're breaking the structure towards the upside. So unless it pulls back, imagine it just goes higher. Because this order flow needs to be validated, low key. So if it closes a candle like over here, I'm expecting price to just flow upwards. It needs to properly close. Okay, there we go. Imagine. 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 Imagine it goes here. No, I don't think so. Yeah. Exactly. Yep, indeed. Anyways, so you see it still didn't displace back to my old level, right? Okay, so we took these lows right here. So we took these lows as well. We took these lows as well. So now we are, in fact, because we don't see any like other lows on for like a very long time. So what I'm gonna expect price to do is sweep this liquidity, and then once it displaces above, I'm gonna expect a fair value gap formation. Okay, so we see this fair value gap above this. So we see this is displacing above this internal term low. So you see this is the internal term low, and we see this fair value gap over here. So we tap back into it, and honestly, I would use this fair value gap as my stop loss, and this would it TP up here? I would do for like it's like a 1 to 1.6. It's not really a word trade, isn't it? Yeah, taps. See? Right there. Taps. Easy. So this is pretty easy. This is very easy. Anyways, let's go back. Let's see. Okay, so we swept this liquidity. Okay. We swept this liquidity. So it seems like we're not displacing higher. So unless if it displaces, so let's say there's a fair value gap formed here. Let's say there's a fair value gap formed here. Like in this, imagine this is like a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. So I'm expecting price to hit this and then maybe either trace and then they'll go higher towards this. But that's not the case. If that is not the case, which is most likely the case over here, right? This is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna sweep liquidity. So it seems like this is becoming equal highs. So there's a lot of resting liquidity here. So what I'm gonna do here is use this inverse fair value gap towards the downside. Okay. And we tap back. Okay. Almost got stopped out. Yep. Almost got stopped out. But it doesn't make sense to take a... That's such a risky trade. Such a risky trade if you're taking all the way here. Yeah, because if you're using this the first time, you would have made the money anyway. Because like this is like your equal lows at this point. So you're just waiting for a sweep and you're waiting for like another bigger retracement. Like if you want to make this like go for it, but you're gonna have to deal with multiple of these swings. See, it hits that as well. See, second try it hits that, and third try just boom, TPs. So you want to make sure you go for like the closest draw as much as possible and use the Casper SMC theory. I just forgot that I'm on the 5 minute. I mean, it's the same theory though, so it doesn't really matter too much, but still, right here, do we see a fair value gap above? No, we don't. We don't. So in that case, what do? We just wait. Okay, just wait. You could honestly take it from here, but because the thing about this is that this is above equilibrium, which means it's kind of ass. So you see, we tapped into this, we go higher, we tap into this, and we tap into this. So we technically first fair value gap itself, we tap into this. What is this? A 1 to 2.3. Say 1 to 1.2. Do you really want to take this trade? If you want to target these equal highs though, that's a different story. 2.7. Let's see if it hits that. Come on. Boom, TP. That is kind of fascinating, honestly. But I need to adapt my mentality to sort of compete in the real market. Because as much as it's super like cool, fun, and games, everything's cool here, like in the real market it's gonna get so much messier. So we have this inter-term high. This is basically a draw on liquidity, in other words. So we have this displacement right below, so we see this fair value gap. So if it doesn't tap back into this range, we will use this breakaway gap. So if it taps back into the breakaway gap, okay, now we triggered in. At this point, it's not. No. Oh. But we don't really trigger in. My bad, because it's like right below. Like the stop loss is right below, unless we're targeting these. So even in that case, I think we're already in premium. Pretty sure. Yeah, we're in premium. Yeah, already in premium. Even this fair value gap is in premium. It doesn't make sense. But let's just see. I just want to see how this plays out. Don't think it would like... There's a lot of... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be a psychopath enough to like really take this trade. Because if you were to take this would be like a ass can trade. You know? So it doesn't really make sense to take this trade in the first place. So I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. I would not take this shit. I would not take that fucking trade. It's a 1 to 1.7. 1 to 1.7. These 1 to 1.7s always just fuck you up. I don't know what it is, but these 1 to 1.7s are just not, they're not bad risk to reward, but they're not good risk to reward, but they fuck you up. I think London session open. Yep, London session open. Let's see. Go for Nasdaq. I think I deleted all my chargings. Yeah, I need to like do some charging. Let me get rid of this. Oh, what just happened? Casper the ghost. Casper, you fucking bitch. I swear to God. Anyway, so seem like on the weekly we're heading higher, but we're sweeping liquidity. So I'm pretty sure we're just having a bearish price, but now we have a sweep. Seems like it's sweeping liquidity over here. So we're sweeping liquidity and then we're going higher towards what? Is it the what weekly draw? Okay, so we have the daily. Let's see what's going on daily. So we have this daily fair value gap. So this is a point of interest, but yeah, this is a point of interest. I wouldn't really be too bothered by like what's going on. But it seems like it's gonna have a pullback very soon, as soon as it closes to this. So now it's closing here, so I'm expecting the daily to sort of poke, sweep, and then go lower. So I'm expecting price to like poke, sweep, liquidity, go higher from there. Because overall we have the AMD even on the weekly, so higher, like towards this basically. That's such an ass drawing, but you get the point. Oh my god. Anyway, so forward. Let's see what's happening on the forward. Okay, so obviously we're going to be sweeping liquidity. This is kind of common sense over here. This is a 1-day fair value gap. We have another fair value gap. So right now I'm not planning on taking any trade. Why? Because we're almost at the PD top of this breaker. I mean, market maker buy model. So you see, right here, we're almost there. We're pretty much there already. So we're pretty much gonna sweep liquidity right after. And I'm expecting a reaction over here, right? But this is the 4 hours, so it's gonna take 3 eternities for this shit to happen. So what am I looking for, right? I'm looking for an opportunity. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so we're gonna look for this price to pull back here. And then you see it's sweeping, but I'm expecting a reaction over here. Maybe one more sweep towards the upside, okay? So anyways, this is the bigger picture. So you see this is the equal highs over here. So we're tagged in, okay? Price is refusing to go higher than this price. Let's see what's happening in the SMT. Let me just go through 4 hour. Okay, so we can see that this is bullish. It is bullish, but there's a little less displacement on the 4 hour. But overall, we are heading bullish. See? Oh, sorry. We are heading bullish. So we do have that correlation, as you guys can see. But over here, we're going to sweep this liquidity and then go lower. Use this fair value gap, this 4 hour fair value gap to sort of go higher from. So overall, we do have a sort of reason as to why we'll be retesting this level. So I'm expecting price to take out this in the first place, and it seems to have a bit of a reaction right here. So I'm expecting price to so this is the fair value gap. Being bullish right now is probably the worst case scenario, but it's alright. Because you could honestly take a trade from like here to targeting these equal lows to these equal highs, which is like a 2.7. But we're seeing very little momentum. It's like very, very little momentum. So am I trying to take this trade? Probably not. I think I should avoid Friday trades, because Friday is like not the day for a proper trade. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is the 3 days where I should be trading. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are the 3 days that I should be trading, and any other day is basically just gonna fuck you in the ass, I swear to God. So unless it seems like it's respecting this level low key, but I'm not trying to take a trade right now. The displacement is not convincing whatsoever. Not even a bit. Because it displaced through this. See, there's a lot of bearish pressure. So I'm not trying to get involved. because the candles that are bullish are dog shit. Look at the size of the bearish to bullish candle ratio. You gotta pay attention to this. This is something that I didn't note down. Bullish to bearish candle size ratio. So let's say right here. If you look at this, for example, bullish to bearish candle size ratio. Look at the bullish to bearish candle size ratio. Heavy bearish momentum. Retesting a fair value gap. Okay, so we have everything. Told you, it's a lot of bearish displacement, so I'm expecting price to take out this low eventually. So I'm not trying to take that trade. See, told you, it's gonna just go. It's just gonna keep going lower. It's obvious. It's gonna take out these lows. See the ratio. There's so much bearish displacement. Even like a 3-year-old kid can just tell you there's a lot of bearish displacement. Look at these bearish candles. So if I was really considering taking a buy, huh? I'm actually retarded like that. That's crazy. I actually cannot believe that I was almost gonna go take a buy. That is wild. Gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing shit like that. I swear to God. But right here, yeah, we're heading towards this. This is what we're heading towards. Yeah, we're close to lower as well. What else do we need? Like the confirmation on like a silver platter saying, hey, we're just going bearish. Don't fucking go bullish. Alright? Simple. So you see that? We're gonna go lower from here. So we see this heavy bearish candle. Very little bullish momentum. Even bullish momentum is just indicating bearish momentum. So we got all the confirmation that we ever need. So we don't really have a... So what I'm planning on doing is once a fair value gap forms here, planning on taking it from like 25%. So if a fair value gap forms, like if there's another fair value gap going higher, because now it's mitigated at this point, right? This one is mitigated at this point. So I'm expecting to take price towards this high from this low. Okay, that's a 1 to 5. That's crazy. But it's a Friday, so I'm not trying to take the trade because it's very, very unpredictable on Fridays. So Monday is too static, so Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's when I'm planning on applying. But it's very interesting to see how market plays out. So let's see. Let's see. It's a 1 to 5. So that's good. Hang on, why is my phone always tweaking when it doesn't connect to my Wi-Fi? Because I'm clearly connected to my Wi-Fi. Just does not connect to my Wi-Fi. That's crazy. It's actually fucking wild. That is wild, indeed. Baby of the fashion. Among Us. I swear to God, I'm gonna like spam. I'm gonna spam Among Us. Even if you're watching this, which mental health issues do you think are more serious and deserve the most? What is ADHD? Body dysmorphia? No. What is ADHD again? I like hear what ADHD is everywhere, but I don't know what the definition is. I'm low-key might be like stupid, but attention deficit. Oh, it's marked by ongoing pattern of inattention or hyperactivity, impulsivity, interferes with functioning or development. I don't get it. Damn, why is this describing me low-key? Let's put depression. What would be the best way to counter the effects caused by mental health issues? This is just opinion based, isn't it? Okay, there we go. TP's taken. Probably what would be the best way to counter the effects caused by mental health issues? I would say therapy is probably ass. Okay, like who the fuck really goes to therapy? Let's keep it about. Stronger bonds slash relationships, self-help slash understanding, and probably, I don't know. Lastly, what type of clothing would you prefer to depict awareness of What type of clothing would you prefer to depict awareness on mental health? Why does clothing affect anything? Oh, like awareness. I would say t-shirts, 100%. Even, yeah, even accessories, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I cannot be asked. If you have depression, just go, I don't know. Just deal with it. Just deal with it. Simple. So we took out these lows right here. So this sell side liquidity draw. Is Callisto trading today? Callisto effects. Let's see if he's trading. If he is trading, then I will see that here. Callisto effects. Oh yeah, he is trading today. He trades multiple things, so the thing about Callisto is like I can't depend on him for shit. Because he trades like multiple things at once. So I can't tell he's like a master of anything, really. Seems like we're tapped into this and we're going higher. Hell no. Hell no. We're not gonna do that shit. Fuck that. We're probably just gonna go higher from here. So I need to see a proper fair value gap though. If we wanna go higher, I see proper fair value gap. I wouldn't take a trade today. Maybe if I get a good fair value gap that's retracing from 0.25, will that happen? I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of this because at this point it's already gone. I need to come back in about 45 minutes. That's when the candle is gonna be like, you know, like 1, 2, 3, at least 3, 4. So that's like what, 15 times 4, almost 45. Yeah, 40, almost an hour basically. Not an hour exactly, like before, because it's been like more than 15 for this candle to form. So it took out the lows, as you can see. It took out these lows over here, and we have a very low resistance liquidity round. So that's good. That's good. That is in fact good, because we see this on the 4-hour. See, obviously we have a manipulation, and we should have a distribution. Manipulation. We should have distribution, but I'm not really expecting distribution to happen here, because we are in fact sweeping liquidity in the bigger picture. So is it the best place to be taking this trade? No, I don't think so. But we are in fact bearish still. So unless I find a good fair value gap. Anyways, that's enough back testing, I guess. Let's back test for a little longer, you know, just to get the hang of it. It's fun. It's fun. I got back the subscription today, so that's fire. So let's go here, like over here. Let's take this liquidity sweep, this liquidity sweep over here, this liquidity sweep from this swing low. Let's take that as an example. It's gonna go a little bit behind. Alrighty, so you can see that this is the sweep that we took out. Okay, market structure shift, inter-term low. Okay, so now we have the tits. I'm sorry, but right here you see there's no displacement whatsoever. Such a high resistance liquidity run. See this fair value gap. So let's see what it does. So entry of this breakaway gap because it's closing higher. Okay, so it's entry of this breakaway gap, targeting this low, all the way towards this high question mark. 1 to 3. Let's see. It's consolidating way too long. This is when I'm ending my trade. I'm not trying to wait until it stops consolidating. Hell no. This is such a high resistance liquidity run. Jesus, it's so much consolidation. I'm pretty sure this was on like a news day. Yeah, 100% news day. 100% a news day. 100% a news day. There's got to be like a red fold news day right here. It closes here, but it doesn't go all the way up here. No way. No way, Jose. See, this one candle is enough to sort of invalidate the whole thing. Almost. It didn't invalidate it completely, but there's still a chance of going high all the way towards this. Let's see. What, did we hit? Nope, we didn't. Come on. Come on. Fucking hell, man. This junkie, I swear to God. Okay, the next run it will, because it's gonna sweep this liquidity and then go towards that. Nope, it didn't. It invalidated the whole purpose of this trade. That's great. Alright, so anyways, we have most of it. Alright, so I'm just gonna go over here. We have a consolidating phase right here. I hate consolidating phases, but we have this sell side liquidity taken out over here. Right, see this sell side liquidity taken out. So we see the fair value gap. Do we see a fair value gap? Oh yeah, we do see a bit of a fair value gap here. It's stinged into, so it's not really. Unless we did use this candle. What are the odds of really using that? I mean, let's just say we got in here. It's like a perfect scenario. Let's go over here. 1 to 5. Let's see if it really hits. The 1 to 5. Okay. Oh wow, we hit the 1 to 5. That's crazy. I'm gonna go beat my shit, I swear to God. See that? Hit the 1 to 5. And it's sweeping liquidity. Let's see what it does next. Because now it needs to retrace lower. See what it does next. Okay, let's just mark this as a... So this is the buy side liquidity. It's consolidating. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, so let's look for the fair value gap. So, where is it? This one? Let's use this. Based on the breakaway gap, I would have probably entered. Yeah, based on the breakaway gap, I would have entered because it's displacing lower. See? It's using this, it's forming this. We're displacing lower and lower and lower. So, yeah. Unless it taps back here, I'm kind of inconsistent with this trade. But honestly, you could have taken the equal lows. So at that point, you have what? And 1 to almost 2.2. So it's displacing even lower. So the candle right before, like, what's his name? Casper SMC says. So because this one, like, this one was the one that hit. This one was the one before. No, this one was the one that hit. So this one was the one before. So you see it displaces above that. So technically now at this point you're like, oh fuck, I'm getting out of this. But in reality it actually manipulated and then distributed lower. But would I realistically be holding this? Bullshit. No, I wouldn't. I would be lying if I said I would be holding this crap. Fuck no. Hell no. Hell no. I wouldn't be holding that. Anyways. So yeah, pretty much I think that's enough backtesting for today because I've been backtesting the shit out of my asshole. Yeah. Where the fuck is my... Oh, did I delete my drawings? Are you fucking serious? Oh yeah, I did. God damn it. Fine. We know what we gotta do. We just gotta take it high. High. Beep 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 high. This one. Oh, we have a fair value gap. For assuming this candle forms here, we have a fair value gap. Yes, that's right. This is... I keep forgetting which one is which. It's like those white holes. Yes, sir. Alright, so this is basically the swing high over here. So we're gonna take it from this point to this point. See? Maybe a little low, higher than that. But we still have more than 1 to 2. So that's good. I don't know. In my opinion, that's good. figure limp? The fuck did I just read? Yo, what the fuck did I just read? Do you guys see this? I don't know. Who the fuck? Do y'all see this? I don't know. It's like some rape case. I mean, grape juice. I shouldn't be saying that on stream. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't think that's visible. Yeah, I don't think that's not visible for shit. It's basically like such a fucked up story. I don't think I should even be like streaming this. It's that fucked up of a story. So if you see it from my phone screen, good for you. But if, I mean, it's bad in a way. It's traumatizing. Oh, that is some fucking. It's going to be a duck. The fuck? Jesus. Some bro. That's like. Jesus, man. What did I just read? It's in my country, by the way. The fucking thing that they have done is like. Gee. I'm trying to like process like what the fuck. It's like actually next level. I'm not even trolling when I say that. Some actually next level like case. I shouldn't be pulling that on my screen. It's like way too fucked up. Oh man, I just read that shit. I'm like, I'm trying to stay calm, but I wish you guys saw like what this is, because I don't think I can pull this up on my screen. Jeez. Anyways, over here, if we use this level as support, then we will use this as a retracement to go higher. See, this is the YSL liquidity. So these are the BSL draw. BSL, YSL. BSL draw. Cool. Amazing. Yeah, so we tap back into this and then we go higher. Higher and higher and higher. Simple. Easy stuff. It's pretty simple. Swipe liquidity. Use this as a support level. Retrace higher, 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 higher. BSL. Boom. Anyways, whenever this happens, it will happen. But I'm gonna head out for now, and I'll see you guys later.